So much. Here he.
This bout is.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What? These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Straight right just misses. Jab does not score. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Nice counter shot. This fighter doesn't just want to win by knockout. They want to do it early so they can get out of here.
Speed generates power. Timing is everything. If you've got speed, you can pop, knock anybody out. You've just got to hit in the right spot.
We'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Which fighter will say no mas? That uppercut doesn't land. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Wilder in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt. And there's the bell for round two. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punching. Not sure why he's not using his reach advantage.
Never gonna happen. If you've got a good jab, you've got a good reach. I know nobody could ever get past that jab.
When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. Unlucky to miss with that jab. Positives and negatives in the heavyweight division are the same. You can win the fight with one punch, and you can lose the fight in one punch. They both want the knockout. There's a counter shot. They are giving us a high-tempo show. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched. skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
These two were made for each other. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A straight right just misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Wilder in that last round. Well worked. There's the bell for round 3. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
That counter shot lands. When are we going to see a jab from these two? One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. There's a scoring blow. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Both men step back for just a moment. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. How about that time counter shot? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round.
Come on.
There's the bell to start round 4. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
So much for boxing. This is a fight. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to thinking. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagan and pickpocket them.
And that jab just missed with the left hand. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Both men step back for just a moment. We'd like to see more jabs. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched. Skillful.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? How is this fight still continuing?
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Bombs away. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. The straight right just misses. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Wilder in that last.
Come on, switch it.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Jab slightly off target. Just misses with that left uppercut. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's not a match made in heaven.
The jab doesn't quite connect. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. This fight has a real good flow to it. jab doesn't find a home. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond. Here we go in the 6th round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Defense is not an option for these two. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Nice counter. Throws the jab, but does not score. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A perfect counter lands. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Just missed with that hook. Can't find a home with that jab. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Wilder in that last round. And around. There's the bell to start round 7. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this battle?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Can't land that jab. Throws the uppercut but misses. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Just missing with the right uppercut. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Missing with that right hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Punch, counter punch. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. Round 8, and we're off again. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Don't get trigger happy because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Well done with that counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Swing and a miss with the jab. That jab doesn't score. He threw a punch and just got countered. There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What are you seeing?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Incredible firepower from both of these heavyweights. You'd like to see more jabs. When are we going to see a jab from these two? And this is incredible action from both of these heavyweights. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one.
a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels.
Just wanna run away from this place, away from mistakes broken. Promises made to myself to pursue my happiness. I want to fly away, live my life in my own way. Give me a new day. I start afresh aside again. This could be, this could be, this could be. This could be, this could be, this could be the chance. What are you waiting for? Need to escape, need to escape. It's too much weight, it's too much weight on me. Could I just be free? I want to fly away, live my life in my own way. Give me a new day. I start afresh aside again. This could be, this could be, this could be. This could be, this could be, this could be the chance. What are you waiting for? Can't keep doing the same. Time to break out over and over again. Time to break out and still keep expecting a change. Break out, a change. It's time to break out. This could be, this could be, this could be, this could be. This could be, this could be, this could be. This could be, this could be, this could be.
I'm Todd Grisham, and what a stunning venue. We are live at the CompuBox Academy. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these rings?
It's Roy Jones. Here comes the pride of Wales, one of the best fighters in UK history. The former super middleweight and light heavyweight champion of the world is the pride of Wales, and no one has been able to beat him.
They have waited for this fight for so long, John.
This bout is
So much hype surrounding. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Swing and a miss with the left uppercut. Nice counter shot. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. They exchange punches. Those counter punches have to hurt. Calzaghe and Jones met for the light heavyweight title back in New York City in November of 2008. Calzaghe won on that occasion. Who's going to take the rematch here?
No, Calzaghe, when you think of fighters unbeaten, you think about standing fighters. This guy can fight for fun. That's all he does. So now we're going to do it again. And Joe Calzaghe's got it all.
Punch, counter punch. They block the uppercut. careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
It's so hot, it's so heated, there's a roof on here, you don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on earth.
And he scores with the counter. Nice counter shot. This fight has a real good flow to it. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Here we go. It's round two. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
There's a counter shot. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? The counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Insane action. He just misses with that jab. That jab misses. Your footwork has to be on point when you're fighting a swarmer. If it's not, you're going to get caught in the corner and beaten up.
A swarmer, a good swarmer, will get inside you like a bee just pickpocketing, stinging you wherever you leave yourself open. A swarmer is the worst kind of fight to fight.
Swing and a miss with the right hook. That counter punch caught him clean. He threw a punch and just got countered. So much firepower here. Swing and a miss with that jab. That jab doesn't find a home. Caution being thrown to the wind. Missing with that right hook. Beautiful counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. The game. There's the bell for round three. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
And he did catch it. He caught it clean. Clean as a whistle. The straight right just misses. Nice exchange here from both men. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
The jab doesn't quite connect. When are we going to see a jab from these two? I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
This can be so frustrating when you're in with such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Good counter punch. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. A perfect counter shot. He wanted action, and they are delivering. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. And there's the bell for round 4. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
You don't want to trade shots. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have the quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way to a fight.
No rest for the weary. a joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Left hook just missed. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round.
And all your work all the way to clean.
There's the bell to start round 5. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Both men step back for just a moment. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
You'd like to see more jabs. Oh, that punch. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. They miss with the jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round.
What are you doing?
Here we go in the 6th round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace, you can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Both men step back for just a moment. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice work to block that right uppercut. Fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
You'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones. Here comes round 7. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Good counter punching. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use flame over brawn.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Swing and a miss with that hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Which fighter will say no mas? The courage on display here is incredible. The perfect counter lands. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. talk about Roy Jones in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious.
Focus on what you're doing.
There's the bell to start round 8. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Catch and shoot. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. These two were made for each other. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
They stop the hook there. Swing and a miss with the jab. This is a high-octane battle. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get them close.
They got out of the way of that right hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Can you believe this? Joe Calzaghe in some serious trouble. Joe Calzaghe is on the canvas. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
Where did that come from? What a sh...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Listen to me. Are you okay?
No surprise as we get a unanimous decision there.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight. What a style. What a pace. To get a
stopping me, I'm a pro like a Mac. Drip flow like a tap, tiptoe to the stack. Thrive under pressure, know when to attack. When it's showtime, front row to the back. Front line with my back up against the wall. If I'm up against the odds, then I'm about to give it all. About to get them all, I want everything they got. Coming for the top, I won't stop until I fall. Me, I'm trying to ball out like LaMelo Ball. Watch me switch the gears on and wait for him to stall. They're looking all small, trying to run before they crawl. Me, I'm going all out, up against it all. You're up against the clock, up against the clock. Trying to break the doors down, you should've changed the locks. I'ma bring them all down, everybody's up. And I pride when it's showtime, everybody watch. They ain't taking my spot, no way. They ain't taking what I got, no way. I'm in a fight of my life every day, and I ain't stopping now, yo, I'ma carry my weight. They ain't taking my spot, no way. They ain't taking what I got, no way. I'm in a fight of my life every day, and I ain't stopping now, yo, I'ma carry my weight. It's like they don't wanna see me win, that's cool. Yeah, man, I got this in the bag like school. They're trying to rock the boat, but the ride's too smooth. Cause I'm trying to bid the goal, and the vibes don't lose. You guys are old news, and your styles don't ooze. You're going head to head with the guy who won't move. Your tide goes snooze with your blind old views. Yeah, you couldn't walk a yard or a mile in my shoes. Yeah, I'ma smile all the way to the dubs. Cause what's an extra mile if you come from the muds? I'm a wild out, watch me ramp it up. Check my style out, everybody look. I'm like Gordon Ramsay, that's the style I cook. My old thing fancy, I don't give a. I ain't giving up now, till I'm living good now. Won't stop until I'm at top so high, I have to look down. They ain't taking my spot, no way. They ain't taking what I got, no way. I'm in a fight of my life every day, and I ain't stopping now, yo, I'ma carry my weight. They ain't taking my spot, no way. They ain't taking what I got, no way. I'm in a fight of my life every day, and I ain't stopping now, yo, I'ma carry my weight. Pick a side. Will you live? Will you die? Will you quit? Will you try? Sweating eyes, sweating eyes. Who am I? Who am I? Champion till I die. Every morning, every night. Boy, I gotta look alive. Now you can hear the crowd going wow. Yeah, you know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. You know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. Pick a side, pick a side. Only two options, be with the winners or the other guys. Yeah, ain't no time, ain't no time. We already on the way. Better get themselves in line. Thought I told you we don't play. The team going nuts, the score going up, morale going down, the fans packing up. Now all the kids got a new hero. They ain't never seen so many zeros. And that's when the crowd starts to shout. Yeah, you know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down.
gonna be fun. I think my end just begun. Another one last time, please, y'all. Nah, I ain't live to please y'all. Ain't got no plans to be through with this whole thing to see through. And I ain't trying to be cool. Nah, I'm just trying to be true. But all I do is see blue. At least it's in my room. Feel like it's trying to consume, but I'm just days of refuse. Or maybe make it out soon. I assume that my doom ain't the worst of the guess what my purpose is. Start my verse, then I fall when the curtain ends. When the curtain ends, yeah, it's just back to pretend. Yeah, it's just back in the bins. Yeah, it's just back in my ends. Off in the back where I blend. Off in the back where I... Yeah, it's just back to pretend. Yeah, it's just back in the bins. Yeah, it's just back in my ends. Off in the back where I... Another one, another one, another one. Another one, another one, another one, another one, another one. Another one. Another one, another one done. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. Compliments on my accomplishments are only possible due to your involvement, volume, level, and confidence. The consequences stimulating your consciousness, activating the cognitive structures. I think all you mother and opposites still play a vital role in my conquering. The combination of confrontation and pondering. Occupation is populating the conference with conversation, no astonishment, consuming the comments and then vomiting up the vine. Get